How does pawn structure affect knight versus bishop endgames? Have you ever wondered how the arrangement of pawns on the chessboard can impact the effectiveness of a knight versus a bishop in endgames? Let's break it down. The structure of pawns plays a vital role in determining which piece holds the advantage. First, let's talk about the bishop. This piece moves diagonally and shines in open positions. When there are fewer pawns on the board, bishops can control many squares and threaten targets on both sides. They excel when they can move freely without obstacles. Now, knights are a different story. They move in an L shape and are more effective in closed positions. When pawns are locked together, knights can jump over them and reach squares that bishops cannot. This makes knights particularly strong in these situations. Consider open pawn structures. With few pawns and no locked positions, bishops thrive. They can dominate the board and often prove to be stronger than knights. If a bishop can support a passed pawn on the opposite side, it becomes even more powerful. On the flip side, in closed pawn structures, knights gain the upper hand. They can occupy strong central squares or advanced outposts, making them formidable opponents. A knight in a good outpost can be as strong as a rook. When we look at static versus dynamic pawn structures, the knight tends to shine in static positions. If the pawns do not move much, a knight can maneuver around them effectively. In contrast, bishops may struggle if they are blocked by their own pawns, leading to what is known as a bad bishop. Practical applications are essential to consider. If most pawns are on the same color as the bishop, it becomes less effective. In these cases, the knight can often maneuver around the pawns and target weaknesses. Material advantage also plays a role. If one side has more material, the difference between a knight and a bishop may not be as significant. However, bishops usually convert material advantages more easily due to their long-range abilities. In endgame scenarios, if a bishop and pawn face off against a knight, the defending king's position is crucial. If the king is in front of the pawn, the position often ends in a draw. The same applies when a knight and pawn face a bishop. Understanding how pawn structure affects knight versus bishop endgames can help players make better decisions. Knowing when to keep which piece and how to arrange pawns can lead to a greater chance of converting advantages into wins.